So the assignment was implement a lightning flow to create a recruiter record as soon as the hiring manager record is created. So for this, we need a recruiter object is required. So I do not have a recruiter object. So what I'm doing is I'm creating the recruiter object. Now let's say everything is done. Click on it, save. And then I'll create a tab. We will do that later. Now here the tab style is, I'm selecting one tab. Icon, I'm selecting it. And click on the next button. Next. And let's say okay, so let's go to the fields. Now I'll create a new field here. From the hiring manager, I need to get the details and create a fields in the recruiter. So I'll create a one of the field called Picklist, which is called as a city. City names. Now I'll take a few city names because if you go to the hiring manager, in the hiring manager we have a pick list which is called as a location. Now let me show you that. In the object manager, go to the hiring manager. In the hiring manager, go to the fields and relationship. Now there is a field called location. So this location is holding all the pick list values. I'll enter all those values here. Let's say Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Pune, Mumbai, Delhi, Noida. So these are the one. Now let's say display in alphabetic order. Now click on next. Click on the next button. As usual, click on a save and new. I'll create another field which is called as a designation. So designation is also pick list. Now there are few designations which are available on the hiring manager. So designation is also pick list. So I'll create a same field here also. Let's say this is designation. And I'll click on the enter the value. So few values are HR executive, and HR manager, recruitment specialist, and senior HR executive. Senior HR executive. Click on the next. Let me go to the previous. Let's say display values in the alphabetic order. Click on the next. And click on the next. Click on save and new. I'll create another field which is called as an email address to hold the email address, recruiter email address. Click on email. Now this is email address. Now let's say it is mandatory. Required, click on the next button. As usual, what are the field level security is there. The same, whatever the system is providing, the same level, the same. I'm taking it, I'm not making any changes to that. And also I need to build the relationship between the recruiter and hiring manager. So I'll take the lookup relationship between these two. I'm implementing the relationship between the recruiter and hiring manager. Hiring manager, click on the next button and click on next. As usual, whatever system is providing it, I'm taking all those information. Click on the next button and click on next. Okay, so this is save and new. Now, what else I needed? So let's say we have it. What else we have? I think that's all, should be fine. Now, so far we have created the recruiter. In the recruiter, I have created the fields called city name, designation, email address, hiring manager, and recruiter name. So this should be all good. Now, if I go to the page layout, let me modify the page layout because the fields will be, everything is displayed in one single line. Now here, recruiter name. Now let's take the city name this side, designation this side, and click on save. Perfect. Now let me go back to the, see whether I can see the tab or not. So here we have created the new one, which is called as a recruiters. So now I can see the recruiters. Click on a new button. I can see name, email address, designation, city name, hiring manager. Perfect. Right. So this is perfect. Now the condition, now the here the requirement is I need to create a recruiter record as soon as the hiring record is created. Now the low level requirement is I don't have a recruiter object, so I created the recruiter object. And also within that we have created a couple of fields. Now this is done. Now for this, what type of the flow do I need to go for it? What type of flow do I need to go for it? Record triggered flow. And what is the action when it should fire this? What is the action when it should fire?
Hiring manager record created.
Whenever the hiring manager record is created. Perfect. Now what else I need? Now the condition I need to put it. Let's say the condition which I'm going to put it. While creating the recruiter record, I need an email address is mandatory. I need email address is mandatory. So I'll say that hiring manager email address. What are the email address is there? Email address not equal to none. This is the condition. This is the condition. Now, also if you want another condition to place it, like if you wanted to capture only the Hyderabad, you can add that condition is also. Now that's it. And is it immediate action or a time dependent action? Immediate. Immediate action. So on the immediate action, what needs to be done? I need to create a recruiter record. I need to create recruiter record. Now that's it. Now let me go here. Let's go to the lightning flow. Click on a new flow. Now this time I'm going to go for record triggered flow. Click on new. Object is hiring manager. When the record is created, and the condition I have, condition is whenever the email address is not equal to null. Simply say email address is null, is false. Or else if you want to change it, you can change does not equal to null. Does not equal to null. Now click on done. Now the first condition is done. First condition is done. Now next, immediately, run immediately. Immediate action is I need to create a record, which is recruiter record. So I'm choosing the new create record element. Now let's say here I'm creating the related recruiter record. Now one or multiple, right now we are going to create a one, and all the values from the record, what are the present in the hiring manager? No, I'll choose it specifically because we do not have all the information. Now the object here, I'll take it as a recruiter because we are creating the recruiter. Now the first one is a city name. City name is equal to, I have a record. So record is hiring manager. Hiring manager location. Hiring manager location. Click on a add field. Now let's go to the designation. Designation equal to record. Record designation. Click on add field, and finally I'm going to choose the email address. Email address is from the hiring manager. I'll capture the email address. And also we have a one more field which is called as a record name. Record name I have. Now I'll take the record name. Whatever the hiring manager name is there, I'll take the same name. Whatever the hiring manager name is there, I'll take the same name. And I need to look up the hiring manager. Now, if you observe this, as I'm creating the field configuration, my fields are reducing it. Initially, it was showing the so many fields. Now, as soon as I reach here, that means whatever the mapping is done, those fields is not going to show here. Once the mapping is done, those fields are not going to show here. I'll take the lookup field, and this lookup field, I'll take it from the record. Record, whatever the ID is there, I'll take the ID. Now, what is this record? Record is basically this one. On the record level, we have a hiring manager, we have chosen it, right? So that is the record. That is the record. Now click on save. Now let's save this, create recruiter record. Create recruiter record. Click on save. Now let's see debug. Run immediately. Now hiring manager, let's say that I'm going to provide one hiring manager here, Dinesh, and click on run. Now it has rolled back. It has rolled back everything. Now this shows here whatever the line is there. So that means this line is executed. Right here it is the interview started and the condition is started. This is the condition where the email address is not equal to null. Perfect. It has an email address and then created the record in the recruiter and it did roll back. Now let me debug again. I cannot take this run immediately. Now let's go ahead and create a one record. Now let's activate this flow. I have activated the flow. Now let's go back to the hiring manager. In the hiring manager, I'll take this. Let's clone this. I'll just then change the name of it. Let's say Abhijit. Right click on save. As soon as the record is created at the back end, the flow got executed. And if you see in the related list, there is a recruiter record is created with the Abhijit. Now, if you open the Abhijit, now it has the Abhijit. This is the email ID. This is a HR manager. Hiring manager is name is also Abhijit. And then here the city is Hyderabad, created just now. Created just now. So this is the auto record triggered flow. That means whenever the record is created, I wanted to perform immediate action. Now similarly, there is another requirement, implement a lightning flow. Implement a lightning flow to delete recruiter record. To delete recruiter record as soon as hiring manager record is deleted. Right? So try this. This is the homework. Similar way you have to do it. Record triggered flow. Record triggered flow. Implement a lightning flow to delete the recruiter record as soon as the hiring manager record is deleted. Right? So you just need three things. So on the first one, whatever the first one is there, what you need to do here. First, you will take the record triggered flow. Right here, object is you are going to specify the object hiring manager. Hiring manager. Now the action you needed here, the event, the trigger, it is going to fire it whenever the record is deleted. You are going to fire the whenever the record is deleted. Whenever the record is deleted, then you are going to fire it. Now, if you want to add any condition, you can add the condition here, or else right now we do not have any condition, so just leave that. Just leave that. Now here, whatever the record, once the record is deleted, now before deleting it, so you need to put the optimization before. Optimize, there is something called as a optimize, like whenever you create a flow. Now let's go to the flow. Now, whenever you create a record triggered flow, it will ask you that now let's click on here. Record is deleted, and here optimize the flow. Optimize the flow. It takes the before the record is deleted. Before the record is deleted. So you have before the record is deleted. Right? So before the record is deleted. This is the one which you have to do it. Now, before deleting the record, what you have to do is you have to create a one, you need to use another element to get the records. What are the recruiter records are there? You need to use another element which is called as a get record element. Get record element. In that, what you need to do is you need to get all the records. You need to get all the records. Get all the records where the hiring manager record ID is equal to whatever the hiring manager record ID equal to. On top level, we have a record that we are deleting it, right? That record dot ID. That record dot ID. Now you need to get this. So whatever the get all the records, which records you are going to get it here, you are going to get the recruiter records. Recruiter records. What are the recruiter records are there? Those recruiter records where the hiring manager record ID equal to on top level, what are the record is there? Now get all the IDs. Get all the IDs. If you want to loop, you can loop it, or directly what you can do is simply you can use what are the records that you are getting it, you can simply delete it. Now you have to use another element which is called as a delete record. On below, one more you have to use it, delete record element. Now, if you have a more than one record, it's up to you how you are going to delete it, right? So if you have a recruiter record, more than one, now you need to collect all the records, then finally store that into the all the get records and delete this. So finally you have to use it here, one more which is called as a delete. Delete record. Delete record, you have to use it. Fine. So these are the main elements which you need to use it. These are the main element which you need to use it. So write the level requirement and then implement the lightning flow step by step and then give us the result. Now, yesterday Kranti has done, so that was good. So similarly, give the step by step. So what I mean by here is if I go here. Now here it gives the low level requirement and the high level requirements. So write like this, high level requirement, low level requirement, then implement a lightning flow. And what is the each element? So here the main element, what you are going to take it up. So specify that, take a screenshot and give us, right? So that's just an example, but if you have any other way, you can provide the homework, you can do that. Fine, this is the homework. Now, somebody is asking configure a lightning flow to send an email notification to contact as soon as the opportunity is created. Implement a lightning flow. Implement a lightning flow to send email notification to the contact as soon as opportunity is created. So this is the another requirement. This is another requirement where it says that send an email notification to the contact as soon as the opportunity is created. Now let's go ahead and see that. Now, I think for this we have already implemented a testing flow. Now let me show you the testing flow. So this is a record triggered flow. For this record triggered flow, I have taken the opportunity, a record is created, and the condition is contact ID is null false. That means if it is not if opportunity should be having the contact ID. So this is the first one. This is the first one. As soon as the opportunity is found, then I have the email alert. Now this email alert is, I'm going to use the record contact ID. Now which email alert do I need to use it here? Email alert, I need to use it. The one which has the object. Let's go to the email alert. Click on continue. And here I have a contact email alert. So you need to use the email alert, whichever it is having the object equal to contact, whichever it is having the object equal to contact. So use that email alert and then you can send that. You can use that email alert and pass the record.contact ID. From the opportunity, you need to pass the record.contact ID. Now let me go ahead and find some opportunity here. Let's go to the contact. Now in the contact, let me open any contact here. It does not have opportunity. Let me create an opportunity here. So I'm creating the Dhananjay. Opportunity close date is, let's say 21st stage equal to prospecting. Now click on save. Now the opportunity is created. Now I'll take this opportunity. And for this details, contact, do I have an email address? Email address is this one. Now let me change this email address. it@gmail.com. Click on save. Right, so I'll use the opportunity, which is this one. Now let's go to the lightning flow. Click on debug. Run immediately. It is going to ask me the opportunity. I'll provide the opportunity. Click on run. Now it has rolled back because it has created, we have chosen when we click on the debug again, by default it is roll, because whenever you are using the email alert, Salesforce itself is going to disable the run the flow in rollback mode. It will always check this. And what I'll do is I'll click on activate this. Now let me create another opportunity for this contact. Let's say Sushma. Close date is 28, stages, need analysis, click on save. Right, so opportunity is created. When the opportunity is created, it will go an email to the Samskar ID. Now here, it has received just 11 minutes ago. This is not the one. There is another one with the Sushma. Did I give the correct email ID? Now let's click on debug again, run immediately, then run check, click on run. Now contact email alert, record ID, contact ID is this one, and the output none. We have taken the email field. Okay, have you, Dhananjay, have you implemented the lightning flow? Did you try it? Okay. So let me put a debug. Why it is happening? It says that everything is works fine. Contact a record dot contact. Now output is none. It says output is none. Now is email alert is not working. Now what is this email template we are using here? New customer email. Okay, so this customer email, now let's click on this. All of us generated, so this is what it is happening. Now let me try sending it from the opportunity. So in the opportunity, we have it. Let's go to the email. Now let me choose the template here. New customer email template. Yes, insert. Okay, so two addresses. Let's say Samskar IT. Samskar IT. This is the contact, Jack Roger. So click on send button. Perfect, email went good. Now here, so let me do one thing here. Click on the edit mode, on close. Clicking on the testing flow. Now edit this. Contact email alert. Now the record dot. Will I get the formula fields here? Will I receive formula fields? Physical quarter, physical year. Okay, so record triggered level. Let me add one more here. Update record triggered. Record trigger. I use the opportunity record that triggered the flow. Nothing, no conditions here. I'll take one text field which is called as let's take a tracking number. Now here I'll go for the opportunity. Okay, which is not possible directly. So what I'll do is I'll go for it, go to the opportunity object, click on object manager, opportunity, fields and relationship. I'll create a new field, which is a lookup field. Click on next. Now I'll take the contact. Click on the next one. Click on next. And save. Now in the contact ID, I'll use the formula. Click on the edit button. For this contact ID, what I'll do is I'll go to the insert, field, contact, and then I'll take the email, insert it. Now click on it, save. Perfect, I have a contact ID. This is all available. Let me go to the lightning flow, click on edit. Now, before that, I'll just cross verify the opportunity, click on the details. Now I should be having the field which is called as a contact. Now I'll include this lookup. So contact, I'll say Jack Roger, click on a save. Now I should be having the contact ID. Now I'll go to the this record dot. What the contact ID is there? I'll take that. Click on done. Contact ID. Yeah, click on done and save this version 2. Now click on debug. Let's take the run check, click on run. Error, insufficient access on the cross-reference field. Cross-reference ID. Okay, so we do not have access to the cross-reference record on the record triggered level. Okay. Let me delete this. Edit the flow. Click on edit. No, it is not taking the contact ID. So what I'll do is okay. So here, let's do one thing. Now this is not working out. Now I'll create a new field, which is a contact email. I'm going into the different solutions here based on the requirement. So I'll create an email field, which is a contact email, and click on the next button. Click on next and save. Perfect. So what I'll do is I'll create a new lightning flow, which is a record trigger flow opportunity. This is on the opportunity. On the opportunity, whenever the record is created, I just wanted to check the condition. The condition should be contact does not equal to null. What is the contact here? Contact is a lookup field. Contact is lookup field. So that should not be a null. Click on done. Now once it is done, so what I'll do, immediate action is I'll create a update record. Update record. Now click on this update record. Update opportunity. And I'll just specify here. Instead of update record, I'll take the record trigger update. Update the record trigger. Now click on done. Now let's say field I wanted to update is contact email equal to whatever the record level. I have a contact, and for this contact I wanted to update the email. Now let me save this. This is I'm updating the contact email on the opportunity. Update contact email. On opportunity, click on save. Now let me click on debug. Now opportunity, I'll give the nunchai, click on run. Now this is working fine. Now let me activate it. Now it is activated. Now what I'll do is I'll just take a copy of this, clone this opportunity. And whenever I clone this, I'll just say here the nunchai 1, 2. Now here email is null. Now click on save. The email should be updated. details, contact email. Where is the contact email? Click on refresh. Go to the details section. Right, so I have a contact email. Contact email is updated. Now this is working fine. The first step is working fine. Now let me go to the edit the flow. Now let's say here. Click on subflow. Now I have a subflow which is called as a testing. I cannot take that. Now instead of a subflow, what I'll do is I'll go for an email alert. And this email alert is, I have a contact email alert. On the opportunity, I have created the field called contact email. Contact email, send email to opportunity. Send email to opportunity, click on done. Now save as this version 2. Now let's debug this. Let's provide the opportunity here. Now click on run. Now still it is. It is saying that cannot have the opportunity. Okay, the problem is here. Click on the email alert. Right now we have a direct email on the opportunity. So what I'll do is I'll clone this email alert. Perfect. No, I cannot clone it. Click on the email alert, continue. Now click on the new position email alert. Now this time I'm going to take the opportunity because I have direct email there. So this is opportunity email. And email template, I'll use the email template, which is a what was that previously? Which one we have taken previously? Let's go to the customer email. I'll take the new customer email. Now here we have a email field, which is a contact email. Now let's click on save. Now perfect. Now let me go to the flow called, which is a update flow. Click on the edit button, edit flow. Now this time I'm going to directly use the, instead of this flow, edit it. Let me delete this. Click on edit, send an email alert, which is called as a opportunity. Why it is not coming the opportunity? Sorry?
Snake is not interested.
So click on here, new flow. Sorry, email alert. Let me refresh this. Let's delete this element. Click on the email alert again, action. type email alert. Now I'll see that opportunity email. Now here it is the opportunity email. In the record, I'm going to say record. Let's say contact email. Click on done. Let me save this. Click on the debug. Now let's provide the opportunity. Then enter 1 to click on run. Now still it is saying that insufficient access.
Ma'am, can you select the opportunity record ID into the email alert?
Yeah, this is the opportunity record ID.
No, but then we have selected the record.email ID, right?
Right. So
What
that
if we select, we need to pass the record ID, right? So what if we pass the opportunity record ID,
all right,
record.id?
opportunity recorded, right? So we need to pass the ID here. So it will automatically take the email. Click on done. Now let's click on save button. Now let's click on debug. Right, it is working fine. So instead of passing the email, I can directly pass the ID there. So what are the options which I have done? I have created the field which is called as a contact email. And then I created the new email alert, which is on the opportunity. And then I have called the email alert. In the email alert, I have processed the email opportunity ID. When I pass the opportunity ID, the email field is automatically captured by the email alert. Fine. Update opportunity element. What I have done is I have updated the contact email from the lookup relationship. Okay. Fine. So that's about the record triggered flow today. Next one, we will see the platform event. Next one, we will see platform event triggered flow. That platform event triggered flow we will see tomorrow. So today practice the record triggered flow, and there are few assignments which I have given, I think 3 days back. Right, so practice all those record triggered flow. Then we will go for the platform event. Schedule triggered, we have already discussed. Any questions on the schedule trigger? Only difference between these two is this is the immediate action, this is the schedule trigger. But rest all things are same. Rest all is same. Any questions on the schedule triggered flow which we have discussed? Okay, so if there are no questions on the schedule triggered, then we will next one is we will go to the platform event triggered. Tomorrow we will go to that.
Ma'am, just now you have created reported that for email alert action for opportunity, right? So here you have created contact email that type of data email ID. Instead of create narrative, can we create formula field and can we assign the formula field inside that update records?
Right, so we have created here formula field. Now let me go back to this. That is it flow. Opportunity flow. In the email alert, Click on this. Let me go to the flow here. What was our flow name? Update contact email. So update contact email. Now here we have created the formula field. Instead of creating the field there, instead of updating, can I provide directly the formula field? I did not say that. Okay, can I provide directly the formula field? Now, whenever you are creating the email alert here, right? Now, in that case, this is expecting the record ID. This is expecting the record ID. I cannot pass the formula field. If I pass the formula field, it will not work. Now, here I just need to pass the record ID. For this record ID, it is going to take whatever the. Now, in this case, let's say that if you are going to use the instead of the opportunity email, I'll say contact email alert. Now I'll pass it here, whatever the record, and then contact. Whatever the contact ID is there, I need to pass the contact ID. I cannot pass the formula field here. Here only the IDs I can pass it. Now, how about in the email alert? Email alert, I do not have a field where I can retrieve the formula. It just asks me the email field. Now, in the opportunity, I have a formula. It doesn't show the formula here. It shows only the email field. Now, you can select here user. In the user also, you can see here user details, but it does not give you the formula details. Right? Initially, what we were doing is we were directly giving here the formula field, but that is not the right. Because it was asking, it is asking the record ID here. We just need to pass the record ID. We just need to pass the record ID. Now here I have an email alert. I am passing the contact ID. Click on done. Now let's say, now let me create a save as 3. Version 2, version 3. Okay. Now click on debug. Now directly what I am doing it, I am providing the contact field, I am providing it. I am not providing the contact ID. This contact ID is a formula field. Now there is no option that I can provide the formula field. We just need to provide the ID or an email field. Okay. So a couple of interview questions today in the admin. Whoever wants to try it as a fresher or a 1 year experience or a 2 year experience, even for 3 years experience, also the same thing. Custom label we have not yet discussed. Where did we discuss the custom label? Custom label we have not reached to that point. Have we discussed the custom label? We have not reached to custom label yet. That I'll cover into the development part. In some cases, email alert, in the email alert recipient field, email field was not showing on any contacts. So what do you mean by that? So if you go to the email alert, if you are selecting the email field, right? So here it is not showing the any emails. It is a empty because you do not have an email field. You need to have a data type called email. If you have a data type email, then only it is going to show. Now, I just created the contact email in the opportunity. So that's the reason it is showing the email field. Now, if I go to if I take any other object, if I do not have an email field, it will not show here available email field. So if it is showing here means you have a field with a data type called email. So check your object, what are the object you are choosing it here. In that object, you might not be having the field called email with the data type email. If you have a field with the data type called email, then only it is going to display. Now, so let's go to the interview questions. Now, this is the basic, like what is profile, whatever so far we have discussed from that. What is a role and differences between them. Differences between role and profile. What are the number of standard profiles? What are the number of standard profiles available in Salesforce? And what is the difference between the profile and permission set? Yes, any questions? And the next one is, what is the option that we can perform in profile, but it is not possible in permission set? Vice versa. There is a one option which we can do it only in the profile, or which we can do it in the permission set. The other thing which we cannot do it. How can we use the term which is called as a transfer record in profile? How can you define company profile? What is dependent pick list? What is page layout? And why do we need different page layouts? How to delete the user in Salesforce? What will happen if I freeze the user in Salesforce.com? What is the document tab? Why do we use it? And can I see document tab in Lightning? Now, which fields are indexed by default in Salesforce? And which fields cannot be indexed? We cannot make them as an index. Cannot be added as custom index. What are the standard fields created by Salesforce? Can two users have same profile? If yes, give me the scenario. How to create formula fields. Can I edit the formula field on record? What are what are the different ways share the record to other user? What is sharing rule? What are the different type of sharing rules? What is manual sharing? What is automated sharing? How can we perform automated sharing? Right? And what is field level security? And where can we see? What is record owner? When there is a relationship, and there is a what are the different type of relationship in Salesforce? What is the difference between lookup and master data relationship? What is the difference between the lookup and master data relationship? And when the master data relationship is implemented, and the master data relationship is implemented, how the sharing works. And can I see the record owner on the child record? What are the organization by default? What is the access at role level? What is email template? What are the different type of email templates? How to create email template in Lightning? What is the differences between Lightning email template and classic email template? What is a role and role hierarchy? What are login hours and login IP ranges? And where can we see? What is email alert? Where do we use it? Right? What is sharing button on the record level? Why do we use it? I have already covered what are the different type of, let me add again. What are the different types of sharing role in Salesforce and explain. Okay. Give the use case of the, give the use case of the sharing rule. What is public growth? What is queues? What is the difference? What are the differences between public growth and queues? What is the difference? What are the differences? Between record owner and queue? What is list view? Why do we use it? If I want object level access, then what should I need to do? Then what should I need to use in security model? Is it possible to grant login access using hierarchy, using hierarchies? Can we use sharing room to restrict the data access? How to create many to many relationship, and what is junction object? Can we convert the lookup relationship to master data relationship? If so, how can we convert it? What happens to child record when a master record is deleted in lookup relationship? No. A custom object contains some records. Now, the requirement is to create a field in the object with master detail relationship. How can we implement? There are three objects. Three custom objects. There are three custom objects. And between these objects, implemented master detail relationship. Now that means object 1 is connected to the object 2 with the master detail. And object 2 is connected master detail with object 3. Now, what will happen if I delete it? If I delete object 1 record. What will happen to object 3? If I delete a object 1 record. What is the differences between is blank and is null? Two users are having same profile, but user 1 is able to view the record. User 1 is able to view the record, but user 2 is not able to see the record. What is the reason? Fine, these are some of the interview questions. There are many more, but these are the main. Yeah, limitations. They will ask the limitations. How many fields, custom fields can be created per object? Right, whatever the Garner limits are there, they will ask you the Garner limits also. And what is self-relationship? They will ask you the what is the differences between them. Between self-relationship and hierarchical relationship. And then we have it. What is the what objects can we see hierarchical relationship for which object can we implement hierarchical relationship? Yeah. So these are the some of them. And we also have a automation tools. What are the different automation tools? And they might ask you what is the workflow rule? How to update the field in workflow? What is time dependent workflow? Where can we see time dependent records? That means which are sitting in the queue. Where can we see this? Records sitting in the queue. 66. How can we schedule? What is scheduled action? And how can we perform in workflow? Differences between workflow and process builder and flows, lightning flows. How will you migrate process builder or workflow to lightning flow? What are the different type of flows in lightning flow? Differences between record triggered flow and scheduled record flow. How many elements can we add for each flow? Each lightning flow. That means how many? What are the elements we have? Like action, create a record element, get record element, write collection sort. How many elements can you add it? How many flows can be created per user? That means how many flows can be created per user, or let's say per organization. You do this research and tell me more. How many flows can be created per object? And these are the some of them. Yeah, production, they might ask you that. So they might ask you the another one, like tell me the differences between sandbox and production. What are the different sandboxes we have? What are the different sandboxes? Fine. So there are a lot more questions. So these are the some of them. So that's all for today. Tomorrow we will see the platform event.